Hello everybody and welcome to SHOT Show 2014. I'm Rick Hinderer and I'm sitting here at the Kershaw ZT booth where honestly as far as the action's been for this show, a lot of excitement here at the booth at SHOT Show 2014. As you can probably tell behind me, there's a lot of people coming and going. They'll probably trip over Cale's camera on their way out, but we like that excitement. We like a lot of people coming in. They're checking out the new designs. And I'm here right now with Cale talking about my new designs that I have with both Kershaw and ZT, which I'm really excited about. We pulled out all the stops this year with a lot of designs, and I'm going to try and go through them with you one by one. As you can see on the table here, we have quite a pile here to go through. So I'm going to try and start with the ZT knives first, and we'll kind of go through into my Kershaw offerings. Some of them you'll see are going to be variations of what we've done in the past. So the first knife out, something we're really excited about here. I worked on this knife, the design, right after SHOT Show last year, and to be honest, it was one of those designs that just flowed, it just worked. And it's garnering a lot of attention here. And this design is called the 0562. It my 560, 561. This one is a continuation of the 0562. But as you can see, it's a little bit different. The handle is going to be different. It's going to have different lines in the handle. Again, it's very ergonomic. I put in a second finger groove here on the bottom. Handle still swoops down. The blade, you probably noticed right off the blade, is based off of my Skinner blade on my XM18 series. That blade style that grind has been very popular with the XM18. So I wanted to do it in a ZT model as well, to kind of get that grind out there to more people. So we have that, the slicer style. Did I call it a Skinner? I meant slicer. Okay. The other thing that kind of sets this one apart is the thinness. We thinned it down a little bit from the 560. It's more of a flat handle style. But what we also did was I wanted to do something with the flat handle, putting a chamfer on it that made it kind of like a 3D type handle. So what I did was I took and put two different chamfers, two different degree of chamfer on it, and then it's probably kind of hard for you guys to see here, but it really locks the hand in. You get a lot of traction on that when you're holding it. So that was something else that I wanted to do. You can also tell the jimping is a little bit less on this than the 560. I wanted to make it a little bit more gentlemanly type and not as aggressive. Again, it feels fantastic in the hand. It has the ergonomics that I'm all about with my designs. The one I'm holding here is actually the 562 carbon fiber. This is the carbon fiber version. It's going to have the M390 steel, and as well as a two-tone type blade with stone wash and satin finish. The other one, this is going to be the 562, just the regular. This is going to have the LMAX steel, the stone washing, and a G10 handle. But everything else, I want to mention too the pocket clip. Pocket clip's really cool in the sense that we took the XM18 style pocket clip and put it into a deep pocket carry, which really is really stylish as well. It fits into your pocket really well. Also, of course, is the lock bar stabilizer, and that's really about it. The other thing too is the thumb stud. The thumb stud is actually it's a stop pin rather than a thumb stud. Now you can open it with a thumb stud, but it's actually more designed just as a stop pin. Makes that sleek, thin look and design a lot better with it. So again, that's a slicer blade. I call it the Skinner blade, and I don't know why, but it's a slicer blade. So these are the 562s. Next up is going to be my other ZT design, and this one is quite a bit different. It's a fixed blade. It's my first fixed blade with Kershaw ZT. And some of you that know my knives will recognize this as a field tack. And actually it is a field tack, but smaller. It's based off my field tack design. What I did was I shrunk it down, and the field tack is a 5-inch blade. This one is a 4-inch. I wanted to get it in even a more useful size that will appeal over a broad range of users. Hunters, backpackers, hikers, that sort of thing, as well as military law enforcement application. The 4-inch knives have been very popular across a lot of the different law enforcement military applications for ease of carry. What I didn't take out was the heftness of the blade. As maybe you can see just how thick the blade is. So we got 200 thousandths thick, so we got some good heft on there to where you're not going to have any problems with it breaking and stuff like that with a lot of heavy use. You can see the swedge goes down to the top of the knife and it ends about halfway to the tip. That gives you a lot of tip strength for prying. And the handle, you can see we thickened up the handle just a little bit so it fills out your hand to where a lot of the chores that you use a heavy knife like this for, it'll be really comfortable. There's no hot spots in this handle. The other thing that I did was, just like I did on the 562s, is I went with the double chamfer. So again, that gives you a kind of a 3D feel in a flat handle, as well as an anti-twist. So a lot of times when you're using a knife, you're doing a lot of torquing and twisting. This actually helps lock the handle into your hand. So it's a really ergonomic knife. You got the solid steel on the back end of it that's good for pounding, as well as a nice large hole for a lanyard. A lot of people like to use a lanyard on a fixed blade. So, and the sheath, we don't have a sheath here on the table, but the sheath that we're using is a made in USA Spec Op sheath. Really high quality sheath. We felt that a knife of this stature needs a really good high quality USA made sheath. So that's going to be the 0180. Now we'll go on to my new Kershaw design, and it's going to be this little guy. This is, it's called the Ember, and I started out, I wanted to make a really small knife. Actually, small knives, I should back up a little bit. Small knives are actually a lot harder to design than large knives. The reason being is trying to be able to get enough purchase on the knife to where it's comfortable. So what I did was I came up with this design. This was actually after the Blade Show last year. We were working on it, and as you can see, it's a little bit different than some of the other small knives. I mean, you can look in comparison just how tiny it is. A little over an inch long blade, and what I did is with the way I shaped the handle, you can actually be able to get 3 fingers on the knife really easily. And I took the top thumb ramp and kind of took it down the blade a little bit, widened the blade out some, took the top ramp down the blade to where you can be able to get your thumb up there. So it actually, even though it's a small knife, it really locks in good, and you can be able to use it almost like a large knife. It really feels good. It's not like you're missing anything by going with such a small knife. I made it a wide enough blade where it's really stylish. It has obviously a lot of my trademark ergonomics to it, and it's going to be a speed safe assisted knife in a really good price point. And again, it's something I'm really excited about. I think it's going to do very well. These little knives like this are just really handy, and it works really well. And again, we're really excited about it. The next ones I want to talk about is some of the variations that we started doing on some of the designs that I came out with last year. And the first is going to be the really popular Cryo. And I have both the Cryo and the Cryo 2. The first that I'm going to talk about is the blade style. Actually, all of these Cryos are also in a new finish, the Blackwash finish. They're doing all of the Cryos as well as the Thermite in a Blackwash finish. But a lot of you that know my knives will probably recognize that blade style. That's the Hellfire Blade, which is a recurve tanto with a top swedge. And we decided to put that into the cryo this past year, and we're just getting the first samples in, and it looks really good. It's a blade design that fits really well into the cryo handle, and we have that. We're going to have that both in the cryo as well as the Cryo 2. And you can see in the Cryo 2, it's a really aggressive looking knife. So, and with the Blackwash finish, I think it's going to be a hot seller. The other, this is the same. This is the regular Cryo in the again in the Blackwash finish, as well as the Cryo 2 in the Blackwash finish. This one's pretty cool. This is the Thermite that we released last year, and we've done it up in the Blackwash finish as well. And again, it's a finish that I really like, because it's kind of like my working finish that a lot of people that are familiar with my knives are familiar with the working finish. The neat thing about the Blackwash finish, if I could talk about it just for a second, is it gives you that non-glare black type look, but yet it's a knife that's really cool. It's like you can use it, and for 6 months after you start using it, it's like you never used it, because the finish actually hides a lot of the scratches that you were to put on it and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a worn pair of jeans, stone-washed jeans, and I love the finish. I love the direction that Kershaw went with the Blackwash. I think they're going to do really well with with that finish all across the models that they're doing with it. So I think that kind of wraps it up for for our lineup as far as my designs this year. I'm having a great time getting to meet all of you guys, all the customers that come out to the SHOT Show, or able to come out to the SHOT Show. And I'm having a great time talking with all of you and meeting a lot of new customers. I've met tons of new people. So maybe some of you can be able to come out next year if you can. This is like the show to be at. So other than that, thanks a lot. Thanks for supporting my designs. Thanks for supporting Kershaw and ZT.
I'm gonna be totally rude and not get up.